Hey guys, you welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Okay, I don't know if you can say this goodness before us. This is called oha soup. You can choose to call it ora soup, but I call it oha soup. See guys, this goodness is it tastes so good. Like it tastes so awesome. Okay, fine. I'll take you on the journey of how I made this sumptuous soup. First of all, I will need to add my stock into the pot that I'll be using for it. I'll go ahead to add some water. This water determines the quantity of soup you would want to make. If you want too much of soup, you add too much water. If you want a little small soup, you add some more water. So I'll go ahead to light on my gas. And the next is to wash in my stockfish and my dry fish. Please, something is very important here. Ensure you carefully and properly wash your dry catfish. This is because sometimes it contains a whole lot of sand, and this would go a long way in ruining what you're doing. So this is me adding seasoning cube, just a little, and salt, and of course I'll cover this to cook. I'm moving to the next stage of the soup. Already I have cooked this cocoyam. This is AD. This AD here, there is nothing too difficult about it. All you have to do is to wash and cook the way you cook your yam till soft. You can see this is soft. It's very simple to peel off. Just when you apply a little pressure to it, it pulls off by itself. Then you process, just the way you process your yam. You can choose to use your food processor. You can choose to use your mortar and pestle. Just make sure you have a smooth and fine paste, nothing else. And now this is what we actually have here. You could notice that it's cooking guys. I'll go ahead to add in my oil. I love having enough oil in my oha soup. See, I love having enough oil in my oha soup. This is to give it that popping yellow color. Trust me, oha soup need good oil. So add as good as you want. And now I'm going ahead to add that paste, the cocoyam paste. I would not really be generous with this one because I don't like having my oha so thick. I'll just have to be careful with it. Instead of adding too much of it, I'll rather add small, and at the end, if I don't get the texture or the consistency that I need, I will still add more. So this is me adding it. Guys, it's already looking good. It's already looking good. I'll cover this to cook and dissolve on its own. So this is it. You can see I'll be turning this from time to time. You can see this is actually dissolving. It wasn't this small the other time when we added it, but you can see it's gradually dissolving, and it's dissolving. You would notice, see, it's actually getting thicker. You can see it. So I'll cover this and allow it to keep boiling and keep dissolving. See guys, it has completely dissolved. It has complete. I love this texture. I love this consistency. But if you feel you don't want it, please go ahead. Just feel free to add more cocoyam paste to this. But for me, I don't like having my oha soup so thick. I love to keep it this way. When oha gets so thick to me, I feel there's something not right about it. So guys, I'll go ahead to add my mixture rather. This mixture consists of crayfish, pepper, and ogiri. I love using red and yellow pepper for my oha soup, especially red. Do you know the reason? I love having those red particles swimming in my soup. If you look now, you see those red particles. I love having I love seeing it in my oha soup. That red and the color of the soup, it goes a long way in saying a lot about your soup. So it will gradually dissolve on its own. I mean the mixture I added now. So I'll go ahead to add the remaining one. This soup is the aroma is already immediately I added this ogiri mixture. It's already changing. That is how magical your real local ogiri can be. So please, if you're making this soup, it's important you get good ogiri. Local ogiri. It goes a long way. You see, it says a whole lot of things about your oha soup. So I'm stirring it now. I'll go ahead to add my seasoning cubes. Remember, I added just very little the other time. That one is to cook my stockfish, but this particular one is to cook the soup itself. Okay, I'll give it a nice stir. I'm stirring it now, guys. Oh my god, this is nice. The aroma is everywhere. Ready? I'll get to taste what I'm cooking. I'll add more salt to it. You can see that mixture is yet to get dissolved, but don't worry. In no time, we'll cover it and allow it to dissolve on its own. You can see this. You can see this goodness. You can see this goodness. Oh, don't mind me, Jerry. You can see it's not fully dissolved. So I'll have to cover this now and allow it to cook, dissolve on its own. And of course, get more of the ogiri flavor. So while that is cooking, I want to cut my oziza. This is oziza leaf. Oziza gives your oha soup that fantastic flavor. Try it in your oha soup, then come back and say thank you to me. So I have to cut it into tiny shreds. This is what it will look like when you're done cutting it. Okay, this is it. Do you see it? Oh, it's looking so beautiful. They were cut into tiny shreds, very tiny. So I'll go back to what I'm cooking. See, the aroma is everywhere now. I'm very sure I'm disturbing the neighbors already. I am very sure I'm disturbing the neighbors already. Man, this ogiri, it's awesome. It's fantastic. Kai. Okay, I'll give this a nice stir and I'll go ahead to add the uziza that I just cut now. I'll go ahead to cut it. See, these uziza leaves take your soup to the next level. It takes your soup to the next level. Try it. So, I'll give it a nice stir now. I'm stirring it already. I can perceive it small. Oh my god, this is beautiful. You can see I decided to add my fillets now. Yes, I don't like adding it at the beginning of the cooking because before you get to the end of the cooking, it must have broken into pieces into the pot. So I love seeing it. The pieces is when I'm eating. Finally, my uziza has fully cooked because I can perceive it. It's everywhere now. The aroma is everywhere. So guys, see how our soup is looking. See how this soup is looking. I'll go ahead to add my meat. Yes, I cooked this meat earlier. And I don't like having a very soft meat in my soup. So once I'm done cooking it, I'll take it out till when it's right for me to add it. I add it almost towards the end, of my cooking. That is when I add my meat to my pot. In order not to have a very soft meat. No, I'll cover this and allow to boil. While that is boiling, I will take you to these leaves. This is oha leaves. This is the reason we are cooking what we are cooking today. This is oha leaves. And of course, I will show you how I cut them. This as well should be part of your preparation process. Okay? This is how I cut my oha. I don't like having those stem to it. No, I don't have to throw it that way. What I have to do is to cut out the stem, then throw in the leaves. Good. This is how I cut it. Don't worry, it might be quite difficult for you, but keep doing it. It doesn't take time at all. If you keep doing it, you definitely get used to it. Just keep doing it. It doesn't take time. Very fast. You're done. Do you know why it's done like that? Because me, if I'm cooking the native oha soup, it's wrong for you to just pluck your leaves like that and pour in. When you see all these stems in your soup, it looks somehow, having those leaves and having this stem in your soup, it looks somehow. So I'll try as much as possible to cut it off before um using. Yes. So this is how I process my oha leaves. Some persons would go a long way in tearing the oha leaves with their bare hands. If that is what works out for you, please feel free to do it. But me, I love using my knife to cut it, but not in tiny shreds, not in tiny sizes. They will be small anyways, but not very small like you do to your oziza or your ogo. Do you understand? So this is how I cut it. I'm cutting it now. You can see how I'm doing it. It's not really tiny. It's not really big as well. Yes, this is how I cut it. Like I said, if you are okay with tearing with your hands, please go ahead and do it. But for this has always been giving me what I want, and I'll keep doing it. So this is what it would look like. This is what your leaves would look like. Okay, I'll go ahead, wash, and then add to my pot. Yes, this is my boiling oha leaf. I'm adding to my pot now. Our soup is almost ready, guys. The neighbors are already asking, who is cooking this? Who is cooking this? It's me that is cooking. It's Delish Kitchens, guys. Okay, I'm stirring it now. Oh my God. I can perceive it everywhere. The aroma is everywhere, guys. This soup is so rich. This is me stirring it. What else do you want? What else do you want, guys? At this point, we just have to taste it, do your final check-ins, add salt if you really wish to add more salt. Guys, this is what we have for this oha soup. It's so tasty. It's so tasty. I'll make sure I add enough of the oha. See, guys, I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you kept checking up on me. Please see, this is our soup. Now try it and get feedback to me, please. Just try this soup. Just try it. It's beautiful, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for checking up on me. Thanks for coming to my page. I don't know if you've actually subscribed. If you've not, please do subscribe to my channel, please. If you follow me, if you've not followed me, like, comment, and share. Help me grow now. Thank you so much. See you.